Hello everyone, what's happening? And today I have an up-to-date chess game to show you. So in this chess game, this is actually a candidate chess game for being the game of the year, an early candidate game. So you have to see this incredible, unbelievable attacking chess game. So let me quickly introduce chess players. So we have with the white pieces, Pentala, Harikrishna. So I'm only going to call him Hari because pronouncing his name is very difficult. And his opponent is Max Warmerdam, and his name is even more difficult to pronounce. From Netherlands, both chess players are super chess grandmasters. So Hari is almost 2700, and his opponent is 2650. His opponent Max, the chess grandmaster, is 24 years old, and Hari is 38 years old. So okay, so I'm supporting Warmerdam because he's about my age. I'm supporting people of my generation. I'm just kidding, I'm 35. Unfortunately, I wish I was 10 years younger, but time flies, what can you do? Okay, anyway, so this game was played in the Tata Steel Masters chess tournament in 2025. Okay, in Netherlands, in the city Wijk. And this chess game is, in my opinion, an immortal attacking chess game. So knight to f3, d5. So we have the Reti opening, which is also known for being flexible. And it could also transpose into many different things. So we have g3, so we have king's Indian attack, and then fighting for the center, castling e6, and then c4. And the game is transposing to the Catalan opening, so we can see this position in the Catalan opening, so exchanging the pieces and then developing the bishop with capturing the pawn and exchanging the queens very early. But this chess game is still going to be an incredibly exciting chess game. So developing the knight, attacking the c-pawn, and black is defending the c-pawn with b5 and then a4, so undermining the c-pawn and also threatening to take. So you can see that this diagonal could also be dangerous. So black is forced to play bishop to a6, because if black would have pushed the pawn, then white can take the pawn and you can take back, of course. Then rook takes rook, so bishop to a6, almost forced. And then knight to g5, and that's a discovery attack to the knight on c6, so knight to d5, blocking. But what happens if rook to c8? Actually, this would be a big mistake. Can you see why? Actually, it's not very easy to see why for unexperienced, weak chess players. So first move, knight from d to e4, and if black plays something like bishop to e7, then a takes on b5, and this could go horribly wrong very easily. So forking two pieces, and what else? Bishop takes on b5, and can you see what white can play here? Okay, knight to c3, and this is trapping the bishop. Black is lost. So knight to g5, knight to d5, blocking and defending. And then knight is getting in to make some trouble and defending the bishop, bishop to b4, and here comes. Knight takes on f7. Boom! Exclamation point. Unbelievable. And this is not a logical move. Actually, this is a crazy attacking move, believe it or not. But actually, it is a little bit logical, because this is creating some attacking opportunities. You will see shortly, but it's a very, very risky move. In the style of Mikhail Tal, taking risk and attacking all guns blazing, attacking the rook, and at the same time threatening things like knight to d6 check, and also capturing the pawn. If bishop takes, the other knight is going to take, so what else? King takes on f7, and then here comes knight to g5, that's check. King to f6, white sacrificed the piece just like that. By the way, if king to f8, then knight takes on e6, and everything is falling apart, threatening, attacking the knight and defending is not going to be easy. in this position. So this is check. So after moving the king, bishop takes knight is possible. Sorry, so this is check. And after knight to g5, if king to e8, then simply knight takes on e6 and attacking the knight. And if moving this knight, also you can see that aiming the tender square of c7 and also x-raying both knights. And this is an extremely difficult position to defend. So you can see that this could go horribly wrong. So knight takes on f7, the first move, king takes and then check. And we have king to f6 stepping forwards, but this is never a good idea, moving like this with the king. And then here comes. Can you see the move? It is actually not that difficult. Then knight takes on e6, actually a very good move. And we have knight back. Is this the second knight sacrifice? Of course not. Not so fast. If king takes knight, then bishop takes on d5. And if black tries to defend the knight, then the other bishop is going to join the party, and we see the perfect teamwork, the perfect combination of the two bishops. So if king to c5, then we have check, king to d6, and then 4 king 2 pieces. And how to defend now? This is 4 king 2 pieces, and this knight is pinned. Everything is falling apart. So if bishop takes on b5, then bishop takes on c4, that's check, and this bishop is placed in the wrong square, and white this time captures the bishop. Beautiful, incredible tactical ideas, as you can see. So it's a little bit complicated, but it's actually not rocket science. So knight takes on e6, this is why not touching the knight. But then a takes on b5, and black goes back, not capturing, because Warmerdam wants to defend the knight, and black has a difficult position. He has a very difficult position to hold on, and the king is out in the open. Usually that's not a good sign in the beginning or in the middle game. In the end game it's okay, but not in the beginning or in the middle game. So here comes knight to d4. So knight back, and we have king to f7. Can you see the idea why knight to d4? It is not very easy to spot actually why white played knight to d4 for inexperienced beginner level chess players. So can you guess white's next move? If black would have played a silly move, h6, what would you do in this position if you had the white pieces? Guess the move. Let me give you 30 seconds to think. Not that much, only 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. You can pause the video if you want. e4 is the move. And after black moves the knight, then we have check, moving the pawn once again, and then this time capturing the bishop. Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful ideas. Of course, the super chess grandmaster, Dutch chess grandmaster saw this, and that's why he goes back, king to f7, not letting e4, and then e5, check, shenanigan, and then capturing the bishop. But then here comes rook to a4. You can see that defending this position is not so easy, and this knight is also pinned. So we have c3 exclamation point, because this was the only move that doesn't lose. Because if, I mean, obviously if h6, a random move, a very silly move, then e4, and both pieces is under fire. So it's losing. So if defending the knight, then the bishop is going to fall. So we have c3, and then rook to d3. The rook is getting into the battle, into the battlefield to make some trouble. And by the way, in this position, after c3, what happens if e4 this time? Then c takes on b2, attacking the bishop, and after bishop takes on b2, knight to c3. This is why c3, to make room to the knight, and this is how black would have saved his neck. But this is not what happened. In the real chess game, we have rook lift, bringing the big gun out. So pawn up, defending the bishop, and then takes, what else? Bishop takes, and then check. We have king to g6. moving forwards, not a good sign. But if king goes back, then simply rook takes on c3 is a very strong move. Because if knight takes, then bishop takes bishop. And if defending the rook, can you see what happens? It's not rook to c4. It is rook takes on a5 actually, because black is getting skewered. After moving the king, you can see that we can capture the rook. Beautiful tactics. An amazing chess game already. So we have king to g6 and then opening the rook, opening the line for the rook. This is a raging attack by white, attacking like a raging bull. So we have bishop to f6, hoping to escape to the promised land of f7. But guess the move that forces white to resign, forces black to resign actually. So white plays a move and black resigns. So in this position, obviously checking the king is the idea, and black is not going to survive this. So after king moves, rook check, as you can see on g5, and the bishop is also firing the king. If king goes up, then capturing the knight with discovery attacking the king. So this is why blocking with the bishop and hoping to the promised land of f7. So guess the move. I'm going to be able to pronounce his name. Harikrishna says there is no escape. And he plays a move and forces his opponent to resign. Guess the move. Okay, check, and black resigned. Because of this continuation, bishop takes knight doesn't work because of check, and then check, and black is losing everything by force. An early candidate game for being the game of the year for sure. So in this position, if king to h5, then we have g4 and black is getting checkmated. Okay, so what do you think? I hope you have enjoyed watching this, and I hope to see you next time with more exciting chess games. Do stay safe wherever you are. Take care and bye bye. I hope to see you again.